It's been a long, cold winter here in Canada. I haven't flown since late October, early November. It's just been too windy, too cold, and too miserable. There's been probably 2 or 3 days that would have been possible for me to fly, and I was just too busy on those days. So I'm really looking forward to the spring. I'm really looking forward to this summer. So I thought I'd put together a quick video of 5 planes that I'm really looking forward to flying this year, and the reasons why. And here it goes. So I'll start right from the beginning. One of the first planes that I'm looking forward to flying is the NoobTube 2.0. I had this plane out last year. Really nice. It flies well. It's so acrobatic. I mean, I can do barrel rolls and loops and things so easily. It's got a 2200 kV motor here on the front, 220 watts or something. Way overpowered for a plane this size. So basically unlimited vertical. Lots of power to get you out of trouble. Little bursts of power will get you back up in the air, and I can float around, do all kinds of acrobatics. So much fun, and realistically, other than the electronics, I've got about $3 put into this plane in foam. This is it's a modification of one of the Experimental Airlines designs, the NoobTube. I've made it slightly more narrow here in the body. I've made the wing slightly larger, and I put some wing tips on it, and the thing, it flies really nicely. I can't wait to get it out again. So that's one. Second plane I'm looking to fly, surprisingly, was once a NoobTube. But it's not a NoobTube anymore. So I don't even know what to call this thing. But it started out being a NoobTube. It started out being about this long. You can see that at the top here. Started out being about maybe about this long from hand to hand. And flew really well. I liked it, I had fun, but when I came up with the NoobTube 2.0, that one flew so much better that I thought I was basically going to destroy this and use the electronics for something else. And then something really bad happened. My Axon took a nosedive. As a matter of fact, it wasn't really a nosedive. The Axon itself was fine. The engineer responsible for attaching the antenna to the FPV headgear lost his mind and didn't do it, so I need to give myself a little slap on the wrist for that. And so my Axon went belly up. So what I did is I took the NoobTube and I extended it, made it longer, gave it more wingspan. Now, when I first cut at it, I didn't put on these winglets at the ends here to give it a little bit of stabilization. These weren't on here. I tried flying it once or twice, and I had a couple minor issues with it, but I don't want to give up on it. I really think I can correct those issues. One of them, the control surfaces got stuck because the wire I was using was just too narrow, and it kind of slid through and then got jammed. And it slid through the holes and got jammed, and you know, it was just all one way, and I crashed it. I used to have the prop and the motor on the front of it, and as you can see, I still have the mount here. I had it spinning one way, but my prop adapter on another way, so it spun right off. I lost the prop. So now I've gone and changed the design to make it a little bit more like an Axon. I've mounted the motor on the back here like an Axon. I've done some stabilization here. I had some weight issues, so I had to cut out some space in between. But once I put this on, mount that wing, I'm really hoping for good things, especially with the wingtip dihedral. Giving it a little bit of stabilization in the air. I think this could be a lot of fun to fly, and I love flying larger planes with big wingspan. My old eyes can see them better. It means I can fly further away and fly higher and just have a nice relaxing flight. So I'm looking forward to flying this and getting some good onboard video from it. Third plane I'm looking forward to flying. This is the FPV 44 version. I don't know what to call it. It's the KFM 2 version. You see it's got no step on the bottom. But this guy is the one that I at the end of last year was doing all of my FPV with. It's really it's sweet. It flies so nicely in the air. I really have to, give a thumbs up to FPV Trond and Shroud 5 for their designs, and Project Flight Design as well, who I didn't actually kind of grab this design from them. I grabbed the FPV 30, but really this is a beautifully designed plane by them. And now I've added the Arcbird on. I'll have on-screen display. I'll have return to home. I've got my 433 megahertz receiver on here, so I should be able to fly a distance away. It's going to be a fun year with this plane. I can't wait for the good weather, get out there relaxed and get some nice FPV done. Alright, the fourth plane. Now this is my newest scratch build, and I haven't flown this plane yet. This is the FPV 30 that I think will do 100 miles an hour. It's got a 3000 kV motor. I forget what it is, 600 watts or 500 something watts. It may even be 700. I don't know. It's a lot of wattage for a little plane, and it's just going to scream. And right now, I have these two 4-cell batteries, Energy 4-cell batteries, but I've got some Nanotechs that have higher output that I'm charging right now, getting ready for this year. And I'm gonna put this thing in the air. I'm gonna make sure that it's flight worthy, which I'm sure it's going to be. It balances out nicely. And once I'm used to it, I'm gonna give it some speed runs, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to fly. And the last plane hasn't been built yet. I'm going to show you the motor and see if you can guess what I'm up to. Now, I'm going to grab another motor to compare it to. A motor that's the size of any one of those other planes. There we go, I've got one in the package. If you can see that, and you can make out the size difference of those two, you'll get an idea of exactly the kind of thing that I'm up to. I want to build a 7 or 8 foot, so either an FPV 84 or an FPV 96 inch wing. We're talking 4 feet deep by 8 feet wide of wing. This honkin' motor on here, I can't even remember, 900 and something watts. It's a big motor, big ESC to go with it, swinging a big prop. And I'm going to try and put that thing in the air this summer. And I really hope it works out. If it doesn't, it's a learning experience. But that's going to be my next build. Once I'm up in the air and I've flown these guys, I'm going to build that one this summer and fly it. And I think it'll be a sight to see in the sky, something that big floating around under my control. Of course, it's not going to be very heavy. It's going to be made of foam, and there's going to be a couple engineering problems. How do you get something 8 feet wide to be nice and rigid? How do you whatever, it's just going to be fun. It's going to be fun to try out. It's going to be an exciting year. I can't wait to get out there. It's minus 10 degrees outside today, and I'm really hoping it warms up over the next 2 or 3 weeks so I can get out and do some flying. Anyway, look forward to being in the skies, and look forward to posting some video for you guys. Thanks for watching.